Oh, hey there, podcast listener. Just a quick heads up. This is an audio version from a video file. Most of them are each day. And you can check out those video files on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. They're all there. They've got the pretty pictures. You can look at the pictures and go, that's what he's talking about when he says, look at this. But you're also more than welcome to listen to the podcast version. And if you're going to listen to the podcast version, why not give us a bit of a ranking or rating or however it is that it works on this particular podcast platform? It'd be kind of cool to move up the rankings a little bit. But up to you. I'm just a voice, completely disembodied, not the police. So feel free to do that. All right, I'm going to hand you over to Paul now so you can see what depressing thing it is that he's talking about at the moment for this episode.
Hello there, kia ora. Stats NZ has released its latest quarterly labour market stats and they weren't great. Unemployment at its highest level since the COVID lockdowns. Auckland, Waikato and Taranaki were the hardest hit regions with a combined 40,000 fewer people employed than this time a year ago, along with slight increases in the numbers of young people who aren't in employment, education or training. It's really hard to get into training when the government shuts down 30-odd campuses, 500 courses, and fires 1,000 people. Anyway, how did the National Party, who just this weekend at National Palooza say this, react?
An economy that makes you better off and provides more opportunities for you and your family. Wages growing faster than inflation since the beginning of 2024.
Well, they put out this post, claiming that it was a victory because wages were still increasing faster than inflation. Only that's not true. All salary and wage rates, including overtime, increased only 2.4%, while the current CPI is 2.7%, and, this is true, higher than 2.4%. But what the party is celebrating is one very specific metric that says, based on quarterly employment surveys, average ordinary time hourly earnings have gone up 4.5% over the past 12 months, from $41.52 an hour to $43.39 an hour. That's a $1.87 increase that they're celebrating as their big win. But the same data says on average across all sectors, wages have only gone up 2.4%, while the private sector, businesses that the majority of New Zealanders are employed by that aren't the government, they had an increase of only 2.3%, while the government public sector employees had an increase slightly over the rate of inflation. And New Zealanders are also working slightly less than a year ago. So that not quite $2 an hour increase is swallowed up by a loss of work to earn the money. But hey, I'm sure the National Party supporters will be totally understandable on this, calm and balanced when they find this out. Oh, wait, these are the comments from One News's Facebook page that say otherwise. We have it's all AI's fault, not the government. We have a couple of blame Labour. Again, Prefu showed this, which says that it isn't Labour's fault and only idiots believe Labour was somehow responsible for the international record inflation, but National fixed it locally and it's just a coincidence that it's happening all over the world. Oh, and of course the racism comes out, where they blame the migrants. Great supporters you got there, National. Fact is, the economy is in the doldrums. National have made it worse and they're trying to spin it, again, as a win based on very selective data sets. And in the long run, and while there will always be some people not wanting to admit the truth because, it can hurt, it's the rest of us that will end up being paid less, not being able to afford as much, and dealing with the impacts of increased unemployment, tight job markets, and punishments for being poor.
Hey, welcome back, podcast listener. Thank you so much for checking out today's episode. It's really appreciated. I know it's only like 5 to 10 minutes long, but every view counts, every listen counts. It all, hopefully keeps us informed so that we know what's going on in the world around us. And I'm really, really proud of the fact that you chose to sit down and listen to my podcast because there are so many options out there. Don't forget, as I said at the beginning, if you want to watch the video version, you're more than welcome to. It's available on a whole range of platforms and they're all linked in my bio, along with my Substack. You should probably go and subscribe to that because there's going to be a lot of detailed stuff in that coming up over the next 6 months, looking at local body election candidates and some of the really, really out there ones. But yeah, entirely up to you. If that's not what you want to do, cool. Anyway, make sure you have a fantastic day. I will catch you guys all next time. Live long, prosper, be one with the force, and I will see you around.